Hi to anyone that might be watching this video. Hope you're having an amazing day. Just thought I'd share this little project that I've been tinkering with. Picked up the Pocket Master Sonicake, $65 online. Amazing price for something that's got so many effects built into it. If you YouTube this, you'll see plenty of demos. A lot of demos on the electric, not a lot of demos with the acoustic. In fact, I only really found one person demoing an acoustic, which then sold me on it. Have an electric as well, so I've made this case so this can come out and I can use it with the electric. But I predominantly wanted to do this inspired by a lot of the smart guitars and units you can plug on the back and turn your guitar into a portable effects unit. Basically, you can have the effects resonating through the body of your guitar coming out of the sound hole, so sitting in the lounge room playing a little chord progression with reverb coming out of the sound hole without needing amps and things like that. It's pretty cool. Ekōtone Acoustic put a video up, showing a Nux Bluetooth preamp with effects, and did the same thing sort of for $50 with a vibration speaker connected to the guitar, and he just had it sort of tied to the end here, all connected in one little bundle. I saw this online, watched so many videos, really wanted to get it and try it out, and figured I needed something to hold it because everything was a little bit cumbersome. My body, if you're wondering, sits over this side, so this doesn't actually get in the way at all. So the vibration speaker, I bought a Boombox V2 secondhand, but the speaker was damaged. So $1.80 off AliExpress, picked up a 3-watt vibration speaker, stuck it to the back of the guitar, and 3D printed a case that isn't touching it, but it just goes around it so I don't knock the speaker or damage it. And coincidentally, it seems to have helped the sound properties. It doesn't feedback when I turn the effects up a little bit now, which is really cool. 3D printed this case. I've got the circuit board of the Boombox in here, and obviously the speaker off, on. Sorry, the circuit board to the Boombox is in there. 3D printed a little switch attachment because I made this too thick and couldn't reach the power switch. Added a flat 2 AAA battery box in there. Would like to turn that to a USB-C rechargeable pack, but for now, just a couple of AAAs. And 3D printed it in PLA, but I also printed a TPU lining just to hold this a little bit better and hopefully not scratch it as I'm taking it in and out. 30 centimeter patch lead coming out of the guitar into the top. I took a little notch, I 3D printed a little notch into there just to fit that. Rewired the wiring to the Boombox because the wiring was quite small. So now I've got a headphone jack attached to it, running into a 6.5mm adapter in top. New wire running, you can see probably the little wire just poking there. New wire running to that speaker. You can obviously edit and do your own effects, but I've just quickly come up with some basic effects. A little kind of vibrato reverb using like a tremolo setting. Delay reverb using the church reverb. Reverb using just the Dream reverb, which is a really pretty nice sounding reverb, and just a chorus reverb using the church reverb, which is a little bit more subtle, but it just resonates nicely. You can hear it resonating in the body, just creates this little sort of extra atmosphere as you're playing. So let me give you a bit of a demo. The case is double-sided taped to the guitar. Now, there's some guitar people that are probably cringing at that. I know, shouldn't be double-sided, taping anything to my guitar. But for now, just wanted to find a way to just make it sit there. But it doesn't fit properly in the guitar case. It does if I'm happy to squish the lid down a little bit, which is not ideal. So the next rendition, I want to 3D print it with some magnets in it and join this little section to this, have the speaker glued into maybe this little section, and just come up with some sort of foam interface between the speaker and this. So hopefully the magnets being strong enough, and then tape some magnets on the inside of the guitar so that this would just plonk here and hopefully make enough connection. The speaker needs to be double-sided taped to the guitar because obviously the hard speaker against this would just vibrate, and that just creates a soft kind of connection between this surface and the speaker. But pretty cool. This unit, the speaker that was on it used to be a 1 watt, so I don't know whether the power unit powers 1 watt, but this is just a 3 watt speaker. But it seems to be more than enough for the effects to come through. I've turned it up a little bit just so you can hear it. Let me just give you a sample with the effects off. Get the pick stuck to my hand. So that's just with the effects off. So this is the first setting, which is the kind of vibrato sound. It wasn't the tremolo setting. It was one of those settings that just created that kind of effect, but it just sounded pretty. So all of this is just recorded through my phone. There's no microphone, not going to be doing any editing. Just going to send it straight through so you can hear it without anything added to the top, which is, I think, when you're online looking for demos, you just want to hear the real thing. This is the delay reverb. Obviously, like I said, I've turned it up a bit just so you can hear it. This is just the dream reverb. Nice pretty reverb. And this is the chorus reverb with the church reverb. It's a little more subtle, but I like it. More so when you hear live hearing it, but just you can hear this kind of atmospheric sound just resonating in here. Just feels like it extends the notes a little bit. But yeah, I quite like it for a subtle one. So yeah, hope that gives you a bit of an idea. Like I said, I will be redoing another one with magnets, but I'm also happy to share this file with these files with anyone who's interested. When I get around to designing the other one and happy that it seems to work, I'll post a video about that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be having some fun.